Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Erin, the Petite Planner, and I normally do a whole bunch of bullet journal videos, but today's video is a little bit different. In my April Plan With Me video, I showed you guys that I used some stickers that I made myself on Procreate and then cut them out with my Cricut. And I asked you guys if you guys would be interested in seeing how that process works, and you said yes. So that is what today's video is, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. But first I wanna let you guys know about today's sponsor, who is Skillshare. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, they are an online learning community with more than 25,000 classes in a ton of different categories, including photography, design, creativity classes for doodling and lettering and hand lettering, and a ton of stuff that has been really, really awesome. I have taken some floral doodling courses as well as some lettering courses. I also took a class in Photoshop because I didn't know how to use it, and it helped me tremendously. So there is something for everyone on there, and no matter what, whether you're just looking to learn something new for a hobby or whether you want to learn something new for your career. So if you're interested, there is a link in the description below which will take you to Skillshare, and the first 500 people who click on that link and sign up will receive a free premium membership for 2 months, and a free premium membership will give you access to all of Skillshare's courses, and you'll get to learn with over 7 million other people. So I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and we will jump right in with our Procreate and Cricut sticker tutorial. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is open up Procreate on our iPad Pro, and then I like to make a custom size screen so that I do like A5 size, so 5.5 by 8, and change the pixels to inches. And then this just helps if I'm making like little trackers to go on my page. I want to make sure that they actually fit on the page, so I just like to make it on this size from the start rather than on a bigger size and then try to squeeze them all into my journal. So once you have your canvas set up and it's ready, we're going to go in and just change a couple things. You don't have to follow all of this, and I'm going really fast. If you guys want more on how to actually use Procreate, I'd be happy to do a couple tutorials for you on drawing or lettering or whatever you want to do. So I did set up a drawing grid on mine. I didn't really pay any attention to how big it was. I just wanted to have those straight lines. And then here, what I decided to do for my stickers was just do some coffee cups, and then I was going to label them as coffee date, so perfect for planners and stuff like that. And I'm just using the hard airbrush that comes standard with Procreate. That's the brush that I'm using for this. I am going to change to a brush that I did buy from Creative Market. It was from a pack, and it's called the Colorado brush, and it's my very favorite for calligraphy. I will leave the link down in the description if you want to check out that brush pack for Procreate, but that's what I'm using here to write coffee date. And then I'm going to also add a little bit of a shadow behind it. Again, if any of these techniques are something that you want to learn how to do, please feel free to leave me a comment telling me what you want to learn, and I'd be happy to teach you what I've learned while using Procreate. So here I'm just adding my shadow to the back side of that brush lettering, but after this I am going to take and I'm going to merge all my layers together aside from the background layer, and that is just so that I can duplicate this entire little sticker. Now if you're going to do different stickers, that you just do them differently, but here the easiest way is just to duplicate them and then group them together or merge those layers, and then just slowly move them down. And if you have the magnetic tool turned on while you're moving, it makes it a lot easier. So here we're taking that background layer off, because what we want to do is we want to add a white background behind all of our coffee cup and our lettering, and that's where the Cricut will actually cut, because we don't want it to cut around each of those little letters and directly around the coffee cup. So what I did is I placed a layer behind the coffee cups layer, and so I'm drawing behind that layer, and then I'm just going around the outside of the coffee cup and then adding a little bit of a white background to those letters so that when the Cricut goes to cut it, it won't cut each of those very thin lines. Instead, it'll make these much more neat cuts that the Cricut can actually follow without making mistakes. And honestly, I normally just do this on my first one so that I can duplicate the entire thing over, but I didn't. So here, if you forget to do it that way and you've already duplicated all your little stickers, Now you can just duplicate the white part and move it over and slide it behind each one of those until you have an entire row, and then you can duplicate the entire row with the white layer and the sticker layer down to the next row below. Okay, so now we are going to just duplicate these stickers over pretty much the entire page. Just do as many as you need, and then we're going to save it to our iPad as a PNG file. A PNG allows the background to remain transparent while keeping that white and our sticker there. So here we're going to upload a new design into our Cricut design space, and make sure that you select the print and cut file on the right, and then you can name it whatever you want to make sure that you have it. And now we'll pull that print and cut design into our design space here, and we're going to have to resize it because Cricut makes everything a little bit bigger. So I just take that corner with the locks on to make sure it's magnetic and move it down to right about the 5-inch mark, since my paper was 5.5 and my stickers didn't extend all the way to the end. So here we're going to actually print and make our stickers. So I'm going to print mine on these matte white sticker paper. I got these on Amazon. Again, I will leave the link for these in the description. They are my favorite matte sticker paper, and depending on how you load them in your printer, you'll kind of just have to pay attention. My printer loads side down, and if you need to test it, just draw on one side of a normal piece of paper, put it in your printer, and pay attention to which side it prints on. So here I turned the bleed off for print. I don't like the bleed. You kind of have to mess around with that on your own, and then just print your stickers out, and then we're going to lay it on our mat with those top corners lined up with the grid lines, and that makes sure that the Cricut can read it and will read it properly so you get an accurate cut. So now we get to click the Make It button on our iPad, and here I have mine set to vinyl. My vinyl wants to cut twice, and I need to go in and change that feature. With sticker paper, you only need one cut on the vinyl setting, so I just shut mine off after the first cut, but I do use the vinyl setting, and it does seem to work well for me to give me that kiss cut sticker where the background looks good. And there you saw my face pop in, and that's because I am checking to make sure that the cut is where I want it to be and where it's supposed to be, because sometimes it can be a little bit off, so it's better to just check before you do the entire sticker sheet. Once it's done, you'll have all of your stickers nicely cut out, and now the trick is to keep your sticker sheet flat where it doesn't bend on your mat. So I put everything face down on a clean surface, and then I peel the mat off of the sticker paper instead of peeling the sticker paper off the mat, and that keeps your paper from wrinkling and curling. And then if you were going to use these for like an Etsy shop or something, you could cut them with a straight edge cutter like this one. If you're just using it for personal use, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So these are the done and final product, and as you can see, they peel off really nicely, and there are no tears or anything, and the paper behind is still completely intact. I hope you learned how to make some cool stickers with your iPad Pro and the Cricut. It's pretty easy after you get the hang of it, but it can be a little bit confusing at first. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. Sometimes I'm a little late getting to my comments, but I always try to get to them. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you would, please hit the like button. It helps me a ton.